welcome to the show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe, according to Big C. And then the good old boys from down south, I want to say bienvenidos to all of our listeners in Latin America, also across the pond, and London, England, as well as Paris, France. Of course, thank you for following all of the fights happening in the world of the UFC and the MMA. Team Alpha Male, Northern California, Uriajh Faber, known as the California Kid. He's also entered into the Hall of Fame, the UFC Hall of Fame, July 2017. He's 38 years old. He has the Ultimate Fitness Center here in Sacramento, California, and he helps a lot of fighters. He helps people realize their dreams. You can listen to it every day, Monday through Friday at 5 and 6 p.m. worldwide on the Big C Sports Network. My name is Charlton Curry. We'll also grab a couple of fighters and we'll get some of their information on what they're doing in the world of the UFC, as more and more people are coming into Sacramento, California to get training. And they learn that the best MMA fighting opportunities are right here in Northern California with Uriajh Faber, Team Alpha Male, Ultimate Fitness Center. And this is the guy who's taken Northern California by storm, and that's why he's called the California Kid, and ironically has the best opportunity for fighters in Northern California, and there are people coming from all over the country. Today's section sponsored by your Northern California Cadillac dealers, home of the all-new Cadillac Escalade, the standard of the world. And when you go by and test drive yours, tell them Charlton and Big C sent you. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back to the show. This is Charlton Curry at Ultimate Fitness Center here in Northern California, Sacramento, California, home of Uriajh Faber, the California Kid. He is also a member of the UFC Hall of Fame, inducted in 2017. 38-year-old UFC fighter, one of the best in the country, and he's bringing a lot of what he's known to show people in Northern California how to start their own business. As a fighter, his career is 34-10, and what an amazing story. Uriajh grew up in small town Northern California. Now he has fighters coming from all over the world that come to Ultimate Fitness Center in Sacramento, California. We have people that come from the Olympic Training Center in Denver, Colorado, as well as fighters that come all the way to Sacramento from Japan. We have fighters that come from England and, of course, all over the United States of America. We have fighters even coming from the UK, as well as Australia and the land down under, and Russia, as well as South Africa. So all the fighters know that this is the premier boxing event and the premier boxing club in all of California, which makes it one of the tops in the nation. My name is Charlton Curry, reporting for Big C Sports, and we're going to be having Uriajh Faber as we have the ribbon cutting for his grand opening event here in Northern California, in the land of the free and the home of the brave. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back to the show. This is Charlton Curry with Big C Sports, reporting live from Northern California. Ultimate Fitness, Team Alpha Male, Uriajh Faber, the owner of this beautiful facility, over 21,000 square feet of all types of equipment for people who want to get into the world of fighting. They also give classes, introduction to boxing, introduction to kickboxing, of course, MMA, grappling. They do so much for the community. Today's event is free, individualized, community-based, independent studies they do for individuals. It's an accredited public charter school serving the community since 2005. Exclusive weekly team training class by Ultimate Fitness coach, MMA cardio work. They really help you get in shape. Ultimate Fitness gym memberships are provided here. The curriculum provided is great. It's here on site. Tutoring is also available on site. Additional MMA and fitness training available. 1.1 technology. Meet your teacher. Ultimate Fitness for academic meetings. So many things happening. Now, if you're a parent, whether you have children or not, you can bring your children here. They actually have a facility set up here on the site for anyone that wants to be involved with daycare. So you don't have to worry about your kids not being able to get into the facility. They can come here and sit down because they have daycare opportunities as well. And that's something that's great for Ultimate Fitness here in Northern California. My name is Charlton Curry with Big C Sports Worldwide on the #1 network in the United States of America. And so many things about the world of MMA is exciting. We just got finished with the great fight down in Las Vegas with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather made over $900 million from what I understand. Obviously, I don't know who counted all that money, but I'm sure all that money's been accounted for. Locally, Sacramento is a great place. It's the heart of Northern California, halfway between the Bay Area and also Lake Tahoe, which a lot of celebrities come to Northern California. So when you think about sporting events, not only do you have the Sacramento Kings here in Northern California, we're right here behind Sacramento State, which is building their football and basketball and baseball programs to national prominence. We also have another great thing about Sacramento. It's home of the Sacramento River Cats, part of the Major League Baseball. We have the also Sacramento Republic Soccer, and they're about to unveil a new stadium, downtown stadium, about 30,000 seats. That's going to be probably the next year or two. And of course, we have the beautiful Golden One Center in Northern California for the home of the Sacramento Kings, the NBA. So many great things happening in Northern California, especially when it comes to the world of sports. And that's why Big C Sports will be the #1 sports show in the universe, according to Big C and them good old boys down south. But we're also here, one of the media that's here, the #1 gym in California, which is Ultimate Fitness by Uriajh Faber. And we'll have a few more interviews coming up later in the day for this beautiful grand opening. There's thousands of people here on site. And you can come on down and bring your families down here. It's going to go all day from 10 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, part of the Ultimate Fighting. And when you come here, the great thing about it, there's a potpourri of people, different nationalities, different groups, men, women. You have young kids running around playing in the kids center. We have adults here as well. Uriajh is even designed a place to have adult beverages upstairs, so that way you're away from all the activity and you're up there having a good time with entertainment. And behind us, we have the Ultimate Fighting Cage. It's a regulation cage where fighters actually get into the cage and they do their training. It's the same thing you'll see when you go on the show if you're in Las Vegas or if you're in Northern California at Golden One Center where Uriajh won his last fight. This gym has something for everybody. And the great thing about it is it's centrally located in Sacramento, right off of Highway 50 and 65th. The address is 6700 Folsom Boulevard in Sacramento, California. You gotta come on by because you're gonna learn how to get in shape. You're gonna learn from some of the greatest fighters in the world of the UFC. We've already talked about how great Uriajh Faber's been, but also a member of Team Alpha Male in Northern California. You have Cody Garbrandt. He's the world champion bantamweight in the UFC. He's 11-0, and he's a great fighter, has probably the greatest set of tattoos in the world of the UFC. And also, when you look at some of the other people who are part of this gym, you have Darren Atkins. He's ranked number 6 in the world in the UFC. Sarah McMillan, she's part of the silver medal in the Olympics, and she's part of this gym as well. Paige Von Zant in the UFC, she also works out here, does some work. There's a lot more promotional now. And then you have to think of Dana White and what he does with Uriajh Faber. They also know each other very well. Nate Diaz out of Southern California, well, the southern part of the Sacramento area, which is Stockton area, and he fights also. But there's so many people. Cody Garbrandt, whether you look at a Conor McGregor, a lot of these people know each other behind the scenes. And what they know about Uriajh Faber is he does everything first class. And you can see by the opening we have today, the grand opening, he has a mural painting going on that's going to happen later today. We have all the network television stations are here from Northern California, and there's a lot of good things happening. A few other fighters, Cynthia Calvillo, she's 6-0, one of the top 5 in the UFC. That's what makes this gym so great. You have some of the top male fighters, you have some of the top female fighters. They all are a part of Team Alpha Male here in Northern California. Chuck Mendez, part of the UFC. He also works out here at Team Alpha Male and Ultimate Fitness. So many things happening in the world of UFC. You can come on down and take a look at it. You can also follow more of what's happening by following Big C Sports on the Big C Sports Network, the #1 network in the United States of America. One of the great reasons for following Big C Sports, we not only cover the UFC and the MMA, we cover the NFL. We go all teams throughout the NFL, pre-game and also post-game. We have up-to-date information that we bring it to you. It's real talk. We don't hide behind who we are. We give you our real opinion, and I think that's very much appreciated. We also cover Major League Baseball from the Giants and the A's, but all of the teams that are part of Major League Baseball, we do that well, and we have you covered on that on the national level. Of course, the NBA is big in Sacramento, California. We're all over that, not just the Sacramento Kings, but the Golden State Warriors, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat. We're all over the LA Lakers. We do it all on Big C Sports. And we want to make sure that when you tune in, you're not going to hear the standard who won what game by what score and how great some player is. We want to give you the ins and outs. Big C's been doing this for about 40 years. He knows a lot of people in the industry as a pro athlete and somebody who is really very well versed in the world of sports. We also get political. We talk about real things. There's a social movement going on, and a lot of athletes right now, they want to know, should there be a social activist? Well, the answer to that is yes. So we ask people if they want to be a part of that. Follow Big C Sports, because we're going to bring it real to you as well. One of the things that we talk about in the world of sports, I think that sports, unlike religion and unlike politics, will bring our society together. And I know with Big C Sports, we are part of that movement, and we're very proud of that, because not a lot of people can do that. So when you think about it and you want to come to be a part of what we're doing, we have people that I mentioned earlier that come from as far away as Japan. Why? Because they get all the training they need here at Uriajh Fitness, Uriajh Faber's Fitness, Ultimate Fitness Center, and they get it from people who really fight. They get it from people who know what they're doing. It's not just someone who's actually talking about it or took a class or did it in college. They know exactly what they're doing, and we love following what they do. So as we bring more to you on the worldwide level of sports, just follow Big C Sports, the #1 sports show in the United States of America, and we'll be right back in a moment as we bring you more from Ultimate Fitness Center in downtown Sacramento, California. Welcome back to the show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network. We're here in Northern California, Sacramento, California, Uriajh Faber Ultimate Fitness Center, and he just had his grand opening today. It's been a great event. It's going to go on from 10 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So many people here having a great time, meeting Uriajh Faber, taking pictures with Uriajh Faber, and doing a lot of the great things that happen in the world of the UFC and the MMA. And one of the things that you'll love about this gym, this is a family gym. You have places for children. There are kids here doing all kind of work in events. We have a place where you walk through the front door. You can buy boxing equipment, other paraphernalia. You can see the people on the outside of the gym. They're doing the row machines. That's going to help with their cardiovascular. And then they have a lot of what's called bungee equipment, which helps with your strength and conditioning. So a lot of people might think, well, I'm not in my 20s. How can I come down to the UFC? You'll find people here that are as old as maybe in their 70s. You'll find people here that are probably 5 or 6 years old, because part of what they do with Uriajh is they're part of this whole fitness community. So that's the great thing about coming down here and watching what's going on in the world of the UFC. It's all here for you to have the chance to partake in. So again, when you want to follow more of the sports in the UFC and the MMA, follow Big C Sports worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe. And we'll bring it to you every day. We're going to also start incorporating more of the UFC and more of the MMA, as we also have opportunities for Phoenix Productions and Wrestling Federation with TV events. We have contracts that we can offer people for 12-month events. We have 3 packages for promotion. We have a gold, a silver, and a bronze. And some of these promotions include millions of people who are going to follow on television. And we'll bring that to you also with TV and radio. Unlimited VOD rebroadcast, sponsor logo that go permanently inside the ring. Logos are positioned on the corners of the mat. There's programming credits and sponsor names and logos that are part of the open and closing credits, and commercial spots. We make it possible with Big C Sports on the Big C Sports Network worldwide every Monday through Friday at 5 and 6 p.m. And all you got to do is follow up with Big C Sports and reach out to me at 916-271-2788 for sponsorship opportunities and logo placement for TV and radio. Again, Big C Sports worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, coming to you live from Uriajh Faber's Ultimate Fitness Gym here in Northern California. And we will be back in just a moment as the entertainment is happening from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. on a beautiful September the 16th. Welcome back to the show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network, the #1 network in the United States of America. And Big C Sports has been voted the #1 sports show in the universe, according to Big C and them good old boys down south. Coming to you live, Northern California, Uriajh Faber, Ultimate Fitness Gym. He's part of the UFC Hall of Fame as of July 2017. 38-year-old UFC fighter. Won his last fight in Sacramento, California at the Golden One Center. Finished with a career record of 34-0. But more important than that, Uriajh wants to give back. He makes sure that all the fighters who want to be a part of building their own business can come here and get the training. They do free, individualized, community-based independent studies, accredited public charter schools serving the community since 2005, exclusive weekly training by Ultimate Fitness Coach and MMA. They do cardio work. They do some of everything here at Ultimate Fitness Center. You can always come down here. They're located at 6700 Folsom Boulevard in Sacramento, California. My name is Charlton Curry with Big C Sports on the Big C Sports Network.
There's a table, big sign that says raffle coming up. Shout out to the nutrition in the building.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Charlton with Big C. This is Charlton and Big C Sports coming to you worldwide on the Big C Sports Network. Uriajh Faber's Ultimate Fitness Gym, a member of the UFC Hall of Fame, July of 2017. He has a great academy here at 6700 Folsom Boulevard for Ultimate Fitness Fighting. They do kickboxing, they do a lot of cardio, they do all the boxing and training that you want to know. And again, there are people here that are proud of the Olympic Training Center. Fighters from as far away as Japan, as England, the UK, Australia, Russia, South Africa, and of course the United States of America. You can follow more of what's happening in the world of the UFC by following Big C Sports on the Big C Sports Network every Monday through Friday at 5 and 6 p.m. worldwide. And again, we love bringing it to you today. His grand opening in Sacramento, California, a world-class fitness center. A lot of great fighters have come here. We've talked earlier, but I want to just remind you, Cody Garbrandt, the world champion in the bantamweight division. He's 11-0. Paige Van Zandt, part of the UFC. She fights about every 6 months. Cynthia Calvillo, 6-0, one of the top fighters in the UFC. We have Chuck Mendez, Alex the Kid, Darren Atkins, number 6 in the world of the UFC, and Sarah McMahon, a silver medalist in the Olympics. Alex Munoz, a pro fighter, wrestler, coach. Josh Emmett, part of the UFC, as well as Alex Sandoval. So many things that you can come and enjoy when you're down here at Uriajh Chambers Gym, Ultimate Fitness Center. My name is Charlton Curry. Follow us every Monday through Friday at 5 and 6 p.m. worldwide on the Big C Sports Network. The number one sports show in the United States of America, and Big C Sports has been voted the number one sports show in the universe. Thank you for coming out to the gym today. We hope that you stay in shape and come on down and see Uriajh Faber's Ultimate Fitness Center.
You can also